Welcome to this video on my review on Coredrive. Now, last year I posted a video where we did this half of the drive and we used the Coredrive 2015 model and we found a few kind of, in our view, shortcomings of the system that didn't quite make it work as well as we thought it could work. So here we are in the middle of 2017 and we've come to do a new project, and we've just completed this area behind me where we went back to Coredrive and used them again. Now what I want to do is just show you the difference between the two different systems, because I found there being problems with the initial system, with difficulty in laying it with the way that it was designed. And what I want to do is, we've ordered Coredrive for this new area here, and we've found it much better, and we want to explain to you exactly what a difference between the two is, because if I'm going to point out the failings of Coredrive on the first one, I want to tell you what they've done to improve it this time round and how they've actually listened to what we've said. So this is one sheet I had left of the old Coredrive, and what essentially, if you're coming close, is we had these clips here. Okay, it's run along one edge, and then along the other edge we had these point here, which you notice the male is pointing upwards, and we had this cloth which lays underneath it. Now the problem essentially we had was if we laid this on the floor, to try and get this to lay underneath the next piece, which always had a piece, also had a piece that overlapped like this way, was almost impossible, because the fabric would go over these points and you just couldn't get it through. Also, because of the way these tabs here, just coming close please, these tabs here were so tight, when you tried to get the plastic over the top, it was so tight that a lot of them snapped, and this plastic also snapped quite easily. So that's what really were the problems that we had last time round. So what is the difference? Well, essentially what Coredrive has done is change the way they make it. Okay, so my pal Mark Bales has come in because you helped me fit the new stuff we laid behind it. Yeah. And there were kind of a number of key changes, weren't there, in the way they made it. And if I cover the first one is that the plastic on this first edition to the plastic on the new edition, I can't show you because we've laid it all, but essentially the new edition is far softer, isn't it? It's so far more flexible, so it didn't snap and brittly break, did it?
No, it moved really well to connect together.
Exactly, it made it a lot easier getting it to connect and fit. But the key changes they made is basically they switched over these knobbles here. Just come in nice and close so we can see it. These knobbles, they've switched the other way round. So in fact what you did, and they've also, with these tabs here, they made the distance here bigger, so it's easier to slip in. So essentially when we were laying them down, weren't we, we were able to basically, as it laid, we clicked in one piece here, yeah, got that to line up, got that one to line up that end, and then essentially just lined them all up, stepped on it, and it went straight in. Yeah. I would say, do you know, I would say a fifth of the time, Mark. Yeah. I would say massive savings, and the hassle was far less. In fact, the system is what I hoped it to be the first time. It really did go together well, didn't it? Yeah. Fitted well, laid well, looked good. Well, you know, if we're going to talk about looking good, we'll show you it in a moment. But Coredrive, well done. They listened to what the public said, and they've changed the product to make it far easier to use and lay. So certainly V2, which is 2016 onwards, I've heard they've actually brought another one out as well, but V2, very good indeed. We found it easy to lay, didn't we? And also very versatile. I've got a 5.5 ton truck which goes onto this. I think this was the 35mm, wasn't it? Yep. Yep. So we use the 35mm, a 5.5 ton truck that goes onto it all the time, and no problems at all. So there we go, 10 out of 10. Coredrive, you listen to us, well done. I highly recommend it. Certainly version 2, 2016 onwards, 10 out of 10. And another feature which we've found with the version 2 Coredrive was, as you can see here, we've got quite a slope which goes down into this area. And we found that, whereas the first one, we didn't have anywhere where we could actually pin this down to hold it in place.
But on the next one, they did actually put holes to pin it.
Yeah, so we just got some, about 9-inch nails, weren't they? Put them down through it, and in fact, they're all on here, and just holds it in place, which, you know, simple change, but boy, it made our life so much easier, didn't it?
It stops it sliding, it's perfect.
Yeah, really good. So, yeah, another feature.